welcome back, everyone. This is game number 4. Well, no, this is game number 5. We just had game 4. It was very quick. Skulkrush lining up by the Marines. G'day, welcome back to NS2HD. For everyone watching on NS2HD, for everyone on Twitch, thanks for sticking with us. We're at 200 viewers right now. Tell your grandparents, tell your friends, tell your brothers and sisters that this is the stream to be at. And I am joined here with Mr. Canty, who is a fellow Australian who plays on the team Mr.
Yep, we're a pretty tough team at the moment. We don't really have too many streams going on, but we should have another match going on next week against Kharaa. So look out for that.
Fantastic, can't wait. I need to join the spectate mode and get into Skycam. And okay, now we'll wait to see where the spawns are. But I'm looking forward to this.
Even if they didn't run into that nasty situation with it looked like a base relocation failing a little bit, the close spawn positions really had the aliens at the advantage.
Certainly. Now, Skulkrush...
especially from repair room to warehouse.
Absolutely. Initial contact in logistics. This is close. It looks like a quick win for Skulkrush in here, though. Lots of kills going down. Yeah, 3 Skulks going down and only 1 Marine going down. So that's very good for the Marines. They'll be able to drop their close extractor very quickly. And dropping an armory in logistics. Huh. Now that is interesting.
And the Skulks that scouted around the top, even though they knew that the Marines were down the bottom, they still continued down around the northeast side, which is an interesting choice considering that Marines can't actually ever be around there in that time.
Yep, that is definitely interesting, and we'll have a second contact here between observation and operations. It looks like the aliens will come out on top on this one, so Keed is going to push through and engage this extractor. Note that they did not swap teams. It's kind of an honourable thing to do in competitive play when the match ends so quickly with such a fast Skulkrush.
Skulkrush have put up an observatory down in logistics here. They're really trying to set up a defensive position and holding them out, just trying to...
This is very interesting.
They'll know they're coming. They've got the armory there to heal up.
This is very, very interesting play. There's me coming in and Wildman, but yeah, getting caught by that motion tracking. And yeah, Skulkrush definitely trying to do sort of a double defensive position in these 2 adjacent rooms. So instead of just limiting themselves to this base here, they're actually placing some of their buildings in here to try and consolidate this larger position, which is quite cool. It'll keep them to 2 extractors more easily. I'm not sure how it'll pay off in the long run. It's great to see these teams mixing it up though. Look at this though, this is really cool. Oh, Wildman and me. Oh, they get caught by the scan. It's a massacre. Oh, they were caught by the scan.
Even the motion detecting itself should actually show the Skulks on the map in that corner.
Wow.
I don't think the Skulks have scouted that observatory.
Yeah, very unfortunate for them. They might not have even realized there's an observatory there yet. And now the Hive taking a lot of fire, 90%. Health, just taking a lot of rifle fire from long range. The Marines can fire from that entrance over there and get a nice long sight line from here to the Hive.
Yep. Skulkrush taking down 2 Skulks in Marine tunnels, 1 with a pistol.
Damn, Skulkrush is doing well in this game, but hey, Keed is definitely spreading well all over the map. They've got great spread happening. They're not resting on their laurels. The commander, Fish, is doing very well to spread the infestation. They're going to have another harvester down any second. That's going to be 4 harvesters to 4 extractors. Okay, the Marines have dropped tram hub, sorry, not tram hub, elevator transfer over here, and more pressure on the alien base.
And Keed have gone heavily into a defensive position here. You see 2 Crags behind the alien Hive. They know that they're going to be getting a lot of pressure from logistics side, so they're not taking the risk of losing it to early pressure.
Now we do have a Gorge here to heal this Hive. Now he has to stay alive. He is absolutely crucial because as the Marines push through that doorway, he can basically sit back here, heal the Hive while the Skulks engage. But if he gets killed, then that's going to be really big. He can also use ranged attack to try and press them back a little bit. And the Gorge can also slow Marines if he hits them with his spit.
There was a drifter heading down through warehouse into server, but the Marines have taken server room now. The alien kind of noticed and he's turned that drifter around, heading back through all.
And look at Keed being pressed back here. Server room, they've lost server and the Marines might even make it into north tunnels. They're killing the cysts there. They've dropped an extractor. It's going to be 5 extractors to 4 harvesters soon. So both teams have good map control, but Keed is just taking the pressure. The Marines are fighting on alien territory and not the other way around.
Yep, it looks like Keed have learned the lesson from that summer game. They're placing crags everywhere. There is a crag to the entrance of Repairing here, which should give armor to any aliens fighting it out in that corridor.
Yeah, definitely good to see Keed using those crags. They weren't using them in that long game on Summit earlier.
But if you look at the map, Marines have just total domination at this point. They've managed to secure all the way up to server, and that has not been attacked yet. And Bitey actually just running straight past. He did not see it there.
Yeah, the line of control in this game has definitely become the tram tunnel through here. This is all Marine, and this is all alien here, but the alien's taking pressure here at the moment. And more pressure coming in on the Hive, this time with shotguns. Looks like a great Hydra position there. Look at that. If they can keep that Hydra alive, that'll be really good. Wildman being a fantastic Gorge. Really good Gorge play there. The Gorge drops these Hydra structures. For anyone that's new to NS2, he can also drop cysts to help the commander spread the infestation.
While the Gorge is doing a good job, I don't think the rest of the team really knows what their goal should be at the moment, because the Skulks I've seen meandering a bit around the middle and then heading off separately in different directions, dying alone, when they could be pressuring the res that's sort of overextended out to the northeast side.
They could be. And phase tech is up now for the Marines, so we will be seeing phase gates soon. That's going to allow them to link their main base down here with these advanced positions. So if there's any time for the aliens... There's a scan there on that drifter, so no Hive drop yet.
4 fades evolving right.
4 fades. Wow. So Keed trying to give back as good as they got from Skulkrush. Gee, Wildman's doing a good job of holding this, though. I mean, he has just forced that pressure back so effectively with these 2 Hydras.
But now that I don't know, this decision to go all fades, they don't have any Skulks in the field, and fades are not effective at taking down the Marine extractors, which is really a big issue right now. Marines just have so much res flow.
That's very true. I think they're going to be able to do a little bit of damage in here, although Wildman needs to be very careful not to overextend himself. He is a very valuable component of this team right now, and he could be very easily sniped if he's not careful. Me trying to protect his Gorge, doing a very good job. But again, Wildman, just be careful, buddy. I don't want to see a Gorge go down.
But yeah, with these full fades, they may just be able to actually just take and rush the base.
They may be able to.
They don't have the second Hive yet.
And one fade is just swiping away at the server room extractor.
It might be valuable for them to just wait just a few more minutes, or about 30 seconds maybe if catalyze is used on this for the second Hive to come up, so they both have carapace and regen and able to blink, so that attack will be so much more effective with the fade. I think one fade's gone down.
No, I think you may be right. I didn't see it go down, but they've definitely lost a life form there. Wildman, you are just such a fantastic Gorge. Gorge's plus fades. Oh, he's got to be very careful. Oh, I think he lost quite a lot of health there. Getting very quickly healed up by Wildman, though. Gorges are just so crucial, and when the game is close like this, they can really turn things. And Flaira, the game director here at Unknown Worlds, he is trying to make Gorges even more critical in the next build, to the point where if you don't have an early game Gorge, you'll probably lose unless you're doing some sort of all-in rush with Skulk. So that's very exciting.
Oh, Faye goes down
in observation. Oh boy. So we've lost 2 fades now on the Keed side. So
that Gorge change is actually, for an example of community suggestions in the forums, I actually put up there on the forums, and one of the lead programmers, I'm not sure which she is, I think I can't remember the name, sorry. But yeah, he actually posted a reply, and that's what Flair discussed yesterday.
Fantastic. That's yeah, that's an example. If you guys want to get into actually helping us make design changes in Natural Selection 2, you can. Just head on over to the forums at unknownworlds.com/ns2 and start the discussion, because we love having these discussions. This game is turning out to be really close. I'm really enjoying this right now. Oh, this fade needs to be careful. Do we have weapons 1? We do. So that's why these fades have probably started to go down. Weapons 1 is just giving them a little bit of extra bite. Initially they didn't have it, and that was really tough. Oh, Wildman goes down. That's a big blow. That's a big blow. Now, he did get a lot of Hydras up. He's got very little res now, only 14. He could go Gorge again if he wanted to. Now, the second hive is up. Went up quite a while ago, in fact, and there's a shade there. So the aliens really starting to deploy their tech, but the Marines are deploying their tech as well. They've got armor level 2 now on the way, so that's going to be about a minute away, and once that goes up, the fades are going to be less effective, and the aliens are going to have to pull something out to make them more effective, and that will probably be the cloak tech that you're going to see come out of that second hive, because that is now a shade hive. The shade provides cloaking upgrades. What do you think they could get up to, Mr. Arcandi?
Yep. Well, there is a shade in warehouse now, and they are starting to regain total map dominance at this time. You can see that they've retaken server. I'm surprised they haven't taken elevator yet, but you can see Sys leading into the... I think it's really going to start just in turning into constriction, a slow constriction, and eventual... I think we may see... I can't actually... Can you see the scoreboard with...
You can see the... You can see the scoreboard. You can indeed. Now, the alien kills right now... Actually, the kills are looking fairly even at the moment. Bitey way out in front, the new player from Keed. He was a fantastic sign for Keed. He's a new player. But overall, fairly even at the moment in terms of kills, which is good to see. You want these even games. And it's interesting that that's happening, given we know that the alien balance is slightly off at the moment. Armor 2 is now up, and grenade launchers are on their way. And... oh, dear.
Looks like it's just finished.
If anyone else can see at the top of the screen, someone's playing funny buggers.
Yeah.
You can see at the top of the screen, that's Brian's face instead of the cloaking icons. So that's the aliens getting cloak right now, and they're also getting silence. So that is quite funny.
The issue Dynamically had with that is that both icons for camouflage and silence are a question mark, so he needed something different. So Brian's face was the best option, we felt.
That is very, very funny. Now, more Marine fighting in, more Marines fighting here. They might be able to take down these Hydras if they concentrate their fire. The Crag trying to keep this Hydra alive. It's going to go down, and now that Crag is going to be vulnerable. But, oh, it goes down. That's a blow, because the aliens really were setting up a nice little defensive area here. And I was really liking that. Oh, the grenades are now coming down on these Hydras. But note how important the positioning is of these Hydras. If these Hydras had been placed here on the ground, they would not have been able to survive those grenades.
And they do have a whip placed just around the corner in repair, so while it's not able to be attacked by direct fire, it will still repel grenades.
Yep, that's what Arcandi is talking about, is this structure right here. If grenades come through here, the whip will bounce them back at the Marines, which is very cool. It's one of the cool aspects of the whip structure. Pressure on server room.
Yeah, it's like they may be trying to go for that Fadescape play again, although they do not have the res to place one quite yet.
Another Crag going down there, really enjoying the Crag play from Keed at the moment, but they are dead, and that's a wasted catalyze there. That Harvester is now vulnerable. It's 6 Harvesters to 3 Extractors though right now. Level 2 weapons. Yeah.
The 2 Marines, Elmo and Abraxas, are hiding out off the infestation up in the server room, looking for the other Fairs gate, and there it goes, getting placed down. But the infestation gets placed just after the alien commander is little.
Yep, a whole bunch of cysts there, so he's just smashing the cysts down to try and slow these Marines down and show them up on the hive site. Now, I'm getting worried for Keed right now, because my feeling is that as Marines start to deploy level 3, they're getting level 2 weapons now. As they start to get higher up the arms lab tech tree, it becomes very difficult for the aliens to engage. The aliens have maxed out their tech right now. They've got no more tricks up their sleeves except for the Onos. And I feel that at the top end...
And
the
Smorg.
And Smorg. They do have Smorg.
And Vez is about to get the res they need for that Onos. So we may see them coming out now with the second hive up.
And it would be very good to see them come out. They're going to need it, because I feel like as the Marines top out their tech tree, they are slightly more powerful than aliens at this moment. That's just my feeling. I'm not sure if that's absolutely correct, but the aliens are just swimming in res. And they've just dropped a 3rd hive right there. Fade and a Skulk engaging these Marines in server room, and the Marines having trouble fending them off. They're not going to be able to fend them off, so that phase gate is probably going to fall.
The phase gate is left up, and the power is still... No Marines running up.
The power on 31%, so that phase gate's going to stay up. It's a good bet that the Marines don't know about that hive yet either. Kuji saying, I need faster bullets.
Now become a feed gate.
Yep, now...
Aliens on both sides, there's no escape.
Absolutely. Now, what our Canty meant there was if you have the phase gate here and you put an alien here and an alien here, any Marine that comes through will be killed. So that's a feed gate. And there goes the power being cut in that room. So the lights are out in there, and the red emergency lights will come on soon, making it very difficult
The Marine push
for Marines to fight.
into repair room though.
Oh yeah, looks like the Marines are getting plucky and trying to fight back. Lots of grenades going off, huge numbers of eggs, drifters, hydras dying, the whip doing its best to fend these off, throwing its goo balls at the Marines to lower their armor, but the sheer number of grenades going off is seriously damaging this hive. 65%. The aliens need to get back here with a gorge and heal that up, although they're actually, offense is the best to defense, and the aliens force the Marines back by attacking Marine start there. Now they need to consolidate the fight. They need to consolidate their defenses again. Kuji says his nade got beaconed. Wow, that's an unintended bug, but that's very cool. I think that's a feature. Yep, we'll call that a feature. Phasing the grenade back. Wildman looks like he's going to re-drop some hydras here. How much res has he got? He's got 37 res. He's going to be able to rebuild quite effective defenses here. Lots of fighting happening in logistics at the moment. There's a sneaky hydra behind the door, which is good actually. It's going to help the aliens a lot here. Loving the hydra play.
And we do see an Onos out in warehouse now. Smorg is running down through alien tunnel.
Here we go. Now let's see if Smorg can survive against what have we got? Level 2 weapons. Sorry, I had to switch between the views there because we can't see our upgrades on Skycam at the moment. But here comes the big boy. And
the third hive is now finished, so Marines can get, aliens rather, can get 3 upgrades on their life forms.
Absolutely. Now we don't yet have the shift in. Now I think what Smorg might be trying to do is cloak there. He's sitting still waiting for his cloak. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he is chilling for now. There is some combat happening in logistics, but definitely want to see this Onos get into the mix. He might be just talking with his teammates, figuring out what he wants to do. A ninja phase gate in elevator transfer, so that's good, but the Marines don't know what's about to hit them, that's for sure. Although the Onos going in on his own, he needs to be very careful.
He can get easily locked in with armor.
Oh boy, he's already down to 61% health. He's 40, he's gonna go down. There's a lot of Marine firepower on him right now. This is what I mean. Oh, he goes down. Oh, that's what I meant about those level 2 weapons just have so much bite against the Onos. It's crazy.
Yeah, there is another Onos coming in there. I think what he could have done there is you can actually stomp while moving there. So while running away, you can spin and stomp, knocking down all Marines in pursuit. And the Marine goes down in command. The
commander goes down. This is trouble. All these Marines need to get back right now, or this could be GG. Although this has been one of the best games I've seen in a very long time. Marines desperately trying to defend here. The Onos is causing them to fall back, and I mean you would expect it given they've collected so many resources. Desperately trying to launch grenades at him.
This Onos will go down. He's not sure what he should target.
He's gonna go down. And the Marines are back in the game.
Trying to get a stomp off just as he does. And the phase gate is still up in elevator. There is a single lurk attacking, but he won't be able to stop any Marines from getting out the other side.
So the Onos, here at Unknown Worlds, we did drop the Onos hide armor in the recent patch. I don't know if we were correct to do that or not. Basically that meant he was less strong against higher tier weapons. And you can definitely just see how fast he goes down now. He's such a big target, he's really easy to hit. And when you've got a couple of Marines firing level 2 weapons, it's big.
The problem I think, because that was a balance to try and make it less effective during the early game. Whereas I think the problem overall is that how early the Onos can get out.
Absolutely.
So competitive games where they make deals in no Onos until second hive, etc.
Yeah.
So it should be powerful later on, but it shouldn't come out that early game and just be able to dominate everything. So it's a difficult thing to solve for UA.
It is very difficult, and the Marines right now, you can see from the resource count, look at all these cysts going down. This is, who's the commander? fish, just saying, no way, you are not killing all my cysts. I am consolidating in here, and I'm going to keep it in here. And I'm going to stop you dropping.
And Marines finally losing that extractor in logistics. I think that's been up the entire game. The Marines have done a fantastic job of holding that position.
They have. Now you can see with the total resource collection count, 712 to 503, the Marines do have flamethrowers out, but that resource count is telling you a story, and that story is the aliens own the map in this game. So now the Marines have almost all the tech they can get out except level 3 weapons and level 3 armor. And now they're going to have to try and do something about all these cysts. They need to kill this infestation. They need to set it on fire, probably, with a flamethrower.
I think Abraxas was doing his best to do that. He had a welder in observation attacking one of the cysts, just as the commander dropped about 5 more around him to... I think I can see a Marine come back from this, unless they do have an arc factory out. Oh no, it's still just a standard robotics.
It would be very good to see arcs. They are low on res, they're only on 1 extractor, so they're going to have to play a card and play it well. They're not going to have a second chance here to come back from this. The aliens own the entire map. They are pulling away in the resource count.
Yeah, I really think in the early game, whoa, I see the Marine commander map, you know. The arcs would have been a great answer to the aliens' reliance on structures in the early game and the close position. I don't think they would have been able to take those arcs heading down towards repair.
Here comes the Onos with a Gorge as backup here. So the Marines have been fighting back here, but now they're going to be pushed back to their base. Onos encountering all these Marines in close quarters. The Marine commander pulling them back. There are now cysts growing all over the Marine base. This is terrifying for the Marines. Having the alien infestation growing through their base be very frustrating. There is an arc up. Now if this arc can deploy and just start firing away at these cysts, it will be huge. So we need to see these deploy. I'm not sure why they're not deployed yet. We really need to see them deploy. Here we go. Yep. They are deploying. Now the Marines need to keep those alive. They need to keep themselves alive. There's the beacon, but I just don't think there's enough Marines alive now. The arcs are beginning to fire at the cysts. That's good. Those cysts will die very quickly to those arcs. They have, in fact, look at them all.
They really want to spread those arcs out though. Lurk Barbomb is extremely effective at arcs, and you really want to mitigate how many arcs it hits at once with those bubbles.
Absolutely. Now all these cysts have been cut off from the cyst chain and they are dying. So the Marines will clear this out. Now, if they can hold their position for just a little bit longer and start marching these arcs out and pushing the aliens back, they might be in with a chance. There are grenades going off everywhere. They're in a really tight spot right now. This is a crucial moment.
Well, wait, the elevator transfer hive has gone down. Did you ever see when that...
I did not see that happen. That's we definitely missed that on the cast. Sorry about that, guys. It's hard to keep track of everything going on in such a big game like this. Excuse me while I fly through the wall to see the arcs firing at these cysts. Great to see the Marines pushing this back. But yeah, losing that hive, that's a good blow to strike for the Marines. And a fade just went down in the Marine base. So plenty of cysts going down to these arcs right now. But look at this. The alien commander just has so many resources at his disposal. He does not even care. He's got 49 team res. He can just afford to continue just spamming these things everywhere. The arcs cannot kill them.
It looks like he just wants to keep the arcs occupied and in the bed.
Absolutely, and I mean it's a valid tactic. If you've got total map control like this, you should be able to just drop these things everywhere, and that's what he's doing. Luckily the arcs do splash damage, so they'll be able to just kill those in big bursts. The power has gone out in logistics. It would be very hard for the Marines to take this back. I think we are looking at the end game here for sure. 898 resources to 532 total gathered throughout the game. That's an indication of map domination.
Cydweithrediad actually has 100 res and he's still a skulk, so I think if the aliens deconsolidate, get a really solid Onos and Lurk push into here, they could finish it off.
They certainly could.
Just have to see them group up.
Often you do see alien teams struggle to consolidate in the end game. They just they have trouble just coming together and absolutely going all in, and that's what we're seeing right now. We're not seeing the aliens come in and finish it off. Let's take a look at the other hives. Plenty of defenses on here. I mean, the aliens really just do own everything. They've spent a lot of res in locking everything down. They've got 3 hives, server rooms up comfortably, lots of crags and logistics. The arcs might be able to hit them with some scans, but the aliens now, it's up to them to finish this game off.
And the longer they delay, the more arcs the Marines can get out, even though they're stuck in that one res. All they really need to spend the money on at this time is the arc. So unless the aliens have those Onos and bunch of lurks, when the arcs do push out, I think they might be able to take Kharaa.
Yeah, the Marines, if they could push out, if they're very careful with these arcs, they might be able to do it. But the amount of res coming into the alien coffers right now is just nuts. There's a flamethrower somewhere on the field. That lurk on fire.
I'm really surprised there have been no bar bombs going into these arcs.
I'm very surprised too. They might not have realized because they're so bunched up that they could do huge damage to them.
And arcs are the biggest threat to the aliens at this time, and the arcs are moving out. They're going for a push.
So can the Marines make something happen here?
We do see there are no lurks in the field and not a single Onos. They can evolve Onos, but they haven't yet. They could be quickly catalyzed out, but it's just as to whether the aliens really realize what they need to do here.
Now the arcs have deployed in this room. You can see here we've got a big line of arcs down the side of the room. Now, can they do enough damage with them? Lots of hits going down. The Marine base is vulnerable at the moment. If the aliens got in there, they could do some damage. So the aliens losing a lot of structures right now. The arcs are taking damage over time from these hydras. The Marines are keeping them pretty well defended. There go pretty much the last structures in this room except for the harvesters.
And we do see these aliens evolving over and over again to just armored skulks and such. They could be a lot more effective as any of the high level ones. We do see a single Onos coming out there with
a look at Vez on 100 resources. I mean, his resources now spill over to the rest of his team, but I have no idea why he would have 100 resources. It's crazy. Here's an Onos. What can this Onos do? Can the Onos do a bit of damage to these arcs? We need to see it happen, because they are going for this hive right now with a vengeance. There's a flamethrower setting him on fire. Look at the lighting. This is why I love Spark and its dynamic lighting. He does go down. Now the arcs have their work cut out for them. They're taking a hell of a lot of damage. There's only so much they can do. They are deploying. Let's see if they can make something happen.
These arcs are out of the range of the hive.
So they might be
able to kill it from there.
They might be able to kill off some whips and stuff. Silence and Carapace just went down, although they do have a second Carapace shell somewhere. That's actually quite a big blow to the aliens. Now the aliens are cleaning up.
They just have so much res they can quickly beat it up. I don't think the whips should have been priority. Whips do barely any damage to arcs and souls. If the Marines had just pushed that arc just a little bit further, it could have taken out. Then you always run into the issue of what exactly the arc may choose to target. And
that was, I guess, the Marines, they basically used up all the res they had in that push, and now they're definitely in for it. Here comes Bitey. He's in a room with 3 Marines. He's going to need support to be able to kill these Marines. He's pushing them all to the ground. He's trying to stomp. He's taking damage. You see this so often. Onos just get caught at the last second. It's so back. Oh, look at that. That cyst got dropped on top of someone now. Now it's in the air. Floating cyst. Huh. It's a feature, guys. It's a feature, not a bug. Now the Marines pressure the hive.
I actually tried that as a tactic for phase gates until realizing that you can't actually get back through them.
Yeah.
This hive's going down.
That is a dead hive. And the shell is vulnerable now, so they might lose regen or carapace again.
Yep, and aliens only just now replacing Invader. It's still not up yet.
So still one alien on 100 and 1 alien on 98. Fish on 67. 2 aliens on 100 now. We could, I mean, really, we need to see a consolidated
Commander is
Saxon
on
key.
70. Yeah, I don't think they even need a commander at this point. If he just hopped out and helped with these pushes, just straight into the base.
Oh boy, I think I can see what is going to happen. I don't know if you can see this, Arcanti, but if you can,
Yep.
here they
Whips
come.
are gone. I mean, the arcs are gone. There's nothing. I don't think they'll be able to do about.
That is a hell of a lot of whips, and I think with that many whips, the Marines are going to suffer. That's where all the alien res has been going.
Bringing back bad memories of our last game versus Darkside there.
Yeah. Well, that was a really cool tactic you guys tried. I wanted it to work so well, and I remember they came around the corner and they saw your shade, and if they hadn't seen that shade, you would have won that game, I think. Oh,
yeah, everything
gorge down.
worked out just right for them. They were going for a shotgun rush anyway, so that is pretty much the perfect counter to our plan. But if they had been going for res around the map, I believe that would have worked. Anyway, so this whips are still sitting here. I'm not sure.
They
They're
are.
waiting to build a few more.
And Skulkrush is coming in to elevator transfer. They're going to be able to attack this hive and do a lot of damage to it with their level 2 weapons. If the Marines had level 3 weapons at the moment, they would be absolutely devastating.
Just so much money was pumped into those arc, and not sure what they're actually spending it on now. They may be saving up for those level 3 upgrades.
Whoa, there goes the hive. And now the Marines are beaconed back.
Oh, and a great beacon from the
Just as the whips come in, here they go. Here's the route. Now you can only route them one at a time. That's the problem. And there's an arc, and it's going to do splash damage. So these whips need to come in. Oh, it's a massive hit on all the whips at once. They're all on low health now. They're all going to go down with one more hit. The Onos having trouble getting past the whips to get into the room. What? Oh, wow. My NS2 just crashed. Okay, that is the worst possible time for...
Mine has... Yep, mine crashes as well.